of 9 consecutive wins by fighters out of the blue corner. Back to the cage and Brady L. Davis. Marcelius Supercell Edwards.
They packed this fight card to the brim.
Yeah.
But I think this is the fight that everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bad blood between these two, especially online. Marcelius Supercell Edwards has been saying that Quynten Doomsday Watson has only fought tomato cans. Obviously, he himself is not a tomato can, so he believes that this is Quynten Watson's first real test, and we are going to see it here momentarily. This is the one everyone has been waiting for. Two massive heavyweights, a battle of two top 10s in the state of Indiana. Who is going to take home the Griggs Entertainment 205-pound vacant title?
Marcelius Supercell Edwards will be fighting out of the red corner. He trains at the Grundy Combat Club in Ottawa, Illinois. He stands 6'4", weighed in at 205 pounds with a 3-2 record in the cage when it comes to MMA, a 4-1 kickboxing record. Supercell, you gotta like it. Here's a guy who likes to watch the weather. Supercell.
So this fight's not going the distance. Let's get that straight right now.
Right.
One of these guys are going to put the other one to sleep.
Okay. You want to make a prediction now? Who's going to beat who?
I'm going to go with Doomsday. Doomsday, if you see him, he's physically imposing looking. He hits extremely hard.
Here he comes. Quynten Doomsday Watson.
And for those watching at home, those aren't boos. That's everyone yelling, Doomsday.
By the way, you do know what a supercell is, right?
Right, but it is not weather. I'm pretty sure it's Dragon Ball Z, but...
Well, supercells are what create tornadoes. They are the biggest, baddest cells of weather you can deal with outside of hurricanes. Supercell's a great nickname.
Battle of two great nicknames here.
It really is. Supercell and Doomsday. I like it.
Quynten Doomsday Watson making his way to the cage, fighting out of Lycans Den MMA in Champaign, Illinois. Coached by James Martin and Michael, how do you pronounce his name again?
Bieletic.
Michael Bieletic. He sits 6 foot, 205 pounds, 3-3 in MMA with those last 3 fights all coming via knockout. As I mentioned before, he's the #7 amateur heavyweight in Indiana. This is his first time fighting at 205 since 2020. Back-to-back fight of the night performances. Devastating hooks and straights. In his last fight in March, he had one of the most vicious knockouts I've seen at any level of mixed martial arts at any time. He feels like he can beat anyone. Obviously doesn't like that Marcelius Supercell Edwards said he was a tomato can and didn't deserve a title shot. So we're going to be spilling some blood here tonight, potentially, I believe.
Okay, Cody, you've already picked Doomsday. Do we go beyond round 1?
I don't believe so. I think one of these guys is going to knock the other one out in the first round. But before we get to the introductions, I want to be pretty shameless here and say that your voice sounds pretty familiar. Why don't you tell everybody where they've heard you?
They might have heard me in a couple of places, but if you're a fan of the Indianapolis 500 and IndyCar racing, I did a few of those races during my career. I anchored 15 Indianapolis 500-mile races and 253 IndyCar races as the chief anchor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Radio Network.
And now we're about to see the greatest spectacle in fighting.
There we go.
Representing Grundy Combat Club, weighing in at 203.7 pounds, with a
Well, this has all the makings of a war.
You can feel the energy.
You really can.
He's training in boxing, representing Quynten MMA, weighing at 203 pounds, with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses. From Quynten, Illinois,
I'm just trying to figure out who the 3 guys that beat him are.
Yeah, well, they both weighed in at 205.
He hasn't lost since he came back to MMA.
Nice.
So he took a lot of time off and came back.
Now for those listening at home real quick, so this is actually Quynten Doomsday Watson missed weight. So if he wins, he can actually not win the belt. Only Marcelius Supercell Edwards can win the belt tonight.
Interesting.
Look at the physique on Doomsday though.
Here we go.
Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen.
Round 1.
Doomsday comes forward. Huge overhand right to start. Marcelius looks for the trip.
Oh my.
I think we're going to see somebody go for a ride here in a moment.
I was expecting to see Supercell on his back by now.
Just pure brute strength by Quynten Doomsday Watson.
Now for everybody watching, nobody has seen Doomsday wrestle yet.
That's true. No one's been able to get him down. So far, Marcelius has already lasted longer than his last 2 opponents, and he gets him to the ground.
This is uncharted territory for Doomsday.
Yeah, we're going to get to see how he works off his back. Marcelius said he was going to test him, and he is sticking to that right now.
So Marcelius Supercell Edwards with the advantage. He'll start trying to throw, but Doomsday is up.
Doomsday just using that absolute strength of his to just simply flip Marcelius Edwards onto his back. I believe Marcelius is much more comfortable on his back here, though, than Doomsday would be.
So just look at Doomsday. He was 9 pounds away from making 205.
Yeah, he's not anywhere close to 205 at the start of this fight.
I had spoke with him earlier tonight, and he said that he was walking at close to 240 pounds right now.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Weigh-in was what, yesterday?
Yes. Supercell in a bad position here. Doomsday on top, looking to rain down punches. Using that strength. Supercell pops to his feet. Can hear the coaching from the corner.
Both of these fighters out of Illinois. The 205-pound title up for grabs.
That was a blatant fence grab.
Yep. Happened right in front of the referee there.
1 minute remaining in round number 1.
My thought would be let it go because he still got to the ground. Doomsday, okay, they break. Here we go. Big kick from Supercell. Doomsday looking to land one of those patented overhand rights. Josh Stewart is going to talk to these guys, I believe, because we had some knees to the potential knee to the head.
Calling the doctor in to check out Doomsday.
Must be a cut.
I think it was a knee to the head, and at the amateur level, that is not allowed.
Okay.
So we have to be able that Doomsday can continue here, because if he can't, with how early it is in the fight, it'll be a DQ loss for Supercell.
Dude, I don't see this fight stopping yet. But you are correct if that happens.
As if this fight needed another twist.
And we're ready to get back.
Yeah, looks like they're going to allow Supercell
I didn't see what happened.
continue.
I think it was a knee up the middle, and he's making sure he's okay.
What did you see what the ref did?
Oh, maybe it hit him in the throat. I couldn't see from our angle.
Yeah, the ref kind of made a motion to his throat.
Oh, so he's given Doomsday the position back.
Interesting. Okay.
Doomsday looking to use those big looping hooks. Supercell with a big head kick. Returns punches of his own. This is the most we've seen Doomsday be tested.
This fight is so close to making it out of the first round.
I know. Wouldn't have thought that.
10 seconds remaining in round 1.
You can feel the tension in the air. One shot could stop this fight at any moment.
We're going to go to a second round. There it is.
There's a shot after the bell.
The end of round number 1.
And this is the first time since Doomsday's been back that this fight is going out of the first round.
Look at the body language of Supercell. I can't see Doomsday at my current angle.
Both of these guys are tired.
I think it's wild this one out of the first. Who took round number 1?
Oh, man. I'm telling you, if I was scoring it, I might score that round a draw.
I would probably have to give the slight edge to Doomsday just because he had Supercell on his back to the cage for the majority of the round. Supercell also, I feel like, though, had more damage than Doomsday did, and we saw earlier, we're not, you know, we aren't sure exactly how the judges are going to call it, but we're not the ones judging the fight.
Cody, how would you score it?
That's a hard one to score. Back and forth round. I want to say Doomsday just for the cage control, but it could have went either way.
Well, here we go, round number 2. 3 minutes on the clock. Now keep in mind, the clock that you're seeing on your screen, it was rolling about 5 seconds before they started the round. So when that clock expires, you're probably not going to hear the horn.
Supercell moving forward, some huge kicks to the body, sending Doomsday backwards.
Supercell has had success with the rear round kick.
Doomsday with that patented bull rush forward while throwing those overhands.
Basically in a clinch now above us.
Nice double A for Doomsday. For Supercell right back to his feet.
Yep, Doomsday right back on the shot. This has turned into much more of a grappling match than I thought it would be.
Nobody would have guessed that.
No, not at all.
And I mean, both guys haven't slowed down terribly.
No, not really.
The question is, how long can two big guys go like this?
Right.
We're already past that point.
Right in front of us.
Supercell looking to take Doomsday's back. Oh, no, he lets him up. He wants to stand. Doomsday with a flurry of uppercuts. Marcelius shoots in, seems to be caught in the guillotine. Shoots for the single leg.
That's deep.
Down. Doomsday may have this cinched up.
Just over 1 minute remaining.
Supercell able to survive. They're back to their feet. Doomsday looks tired, leans up against the cage. Supercell senses it, comes forward.
And the words of Nate Diaz. Oh, you're a wrestler now. A cradle?
Well, Marcelius Edwards certainly seems to have the upper hand in round number 2.
You can see Marcelius Edwards looking to see what he wants to do next here.
He's going for a guillotine. Yep.
Think he's going to try it, but with that arm that Doomsday has, it'll be hard to finish. This is an interesting position.
30 seconds remaining in round number 2.
With Supercell being 6'4", Doomsday's got to carry all of that weight.
Directly in front of us.
Both guys are talking to each other.
Supercell landing some big punches. Doomsday squirming, trying to get out. That is the end of the round.
Wow.
These main Supercell just threw an elbow.
Woo! Heat of the moment.
Well,
we'll hopefully chalk it up to being unintentional.
Okay, so round number 2.
I would say we're 1-1 right now.
I would too. Yeah, I would agree. I thought.
I mean, we could potentially be 2-0, but yeah, I would say 1-1.
Marcelius Edwards seemed to be the aggressor the entire second round. So yeah, we would be all level after 2 rounds if you're scoring first round 10-9 in Doomsday Watson's favor and second round 10-9 in favor of Supercell Edwards. So we get set to go to round 3. And Doomsday Watson.
Listen to that.
Oh, they're out. The crowd. You know who they want to win this fight.
Marcelius Edwards really looks tired.
So does Doomsday.
I don't know, though. Marcelius Edwards leaning up against the cage. We'll have to wait and see as we're underway in round number 3.
Doomsday comes forward right out of the round with a big flurry of punches. Supercell has made good use of those leg kicks and body kicks throughout the fight.
There's a reason this is the main event.
And again, we go back to grappling. Doomsday looking to shoot for that single leg.
I wonder if it was part of Doomsday's game plan to be this wrestle heavy.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Supercell, I wouldn't have thought that. So could have potentially been a strategy in Doomsday's side.
Looking straight down on our combatants.
Now Doomsday takes Supercell's back. Supercell looking to drive through on a single leg.
You can see Doomsday Watson's purple hair.
Both of these guys just jockeying back and forth for position, trying not to give up anything to the other fighter.
We're working for a professional wrestling suplex here. Oh, God. Doomsday looking for a choke.
Doomsday might have a rear naked here. I think he's going to fall over the back. Supercell could potentially end up in top. Oh, Doomsday, I think, might have this cinched in if he can get him flattened out. I think just out of pure strength, he'll be able. Oh, he lets it go.
No, this fight's over. This fight's over. No.
No.
It looked like he was out for a minute.
Oh, you thought he was unconscious? He could be shortly.
Both of his hands went to the mat.
Well, Josh Stewart did not step in, and Supercell is back on his feet.
Slam of Supercell.
It's probably a little too late for a guillotine with how sweaty these boys are.
Yeah, I don't think either of these guys would have the...
He thought about an elbow again.
1 minute remaining in round 3.
If you had told me at the beginning of this fight would go to a 4th round, I would have bet you everything I had.
Well, we're glad you didn't. You can keep everything you had, and maybe we're going to see a 4th round.
Can you imagine if this fight goes to decision?
Oh.
No. But we got 2 more rounds of this.
I mean, it's scary for all the other light heavyweights and heavyweights that see this could go 5.
Right. Both of you guys still fighting.
30 seconds remaining in round number 3.
Very evenly matched.
Supercell trying to work a Kimura escape.
Quynten Doomsday Watson, Marcelius Supercell Edwards.
If Supercell can get that arm out, nope, now pinned against the cage, he doesn't have enough room.
The 205-pound title on the line.
Doomsday looking to power.
Oh, God.
This round. Lands some big punches. Supercell going for a straight leg.
Final seconds of the round.
And that is the end of the 3rd round.
Have they stopped it?
Nope.
Or have they ended it?
It's the end of the 3rd round.
Okay.
Doomsday just with a quick jump up and yell to the crowd.
Doomsday, yeah, looked like he was celebrating for a second.
I didn't even hear the clap.
No, I didn't either.
This is his first title fight. He thought that was the end.
Yeah,
again.
I thought he thought it was the end.
We hear the crowd.
So Marcelius Supercell Edwards survives that round. Okay, so Cody, what do you think? A 10-9 round to Doomsday, that one?
I think we're 2-1 Doomsday right now. Yeah, I think he's feeling the crowd for this energy.
Tyler, you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I would say if I'm a judge here, 2-1, Doomsday had more control, I think did more damage. Supercell did a great job of getting out of some of those bad positions, had his chances too. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a judge in this fight.
Well, along with Cody Cox and Tyler King, I'm Mike King. This is our final fight of the night. We're going to the 4th round of our main event. The Griggs Entertainment vacant 205-pound title up for grabs. the stomping ground, certainly living up to its name here in this main event.
Supercell and Doomsday meet in the middle to start the fourth and exchange some blows. Big right and left there from Supercell.
This fight seems to be Supercell throws them 2 body kicks, and then Doomsday just kind of takes over.
Yeah, and then one of them pushes the other one up against the cage and then seemingly shoots. I think Doomsday is looking to land a big overhand here, and he certainly lands a big uppercut there. I'll be honest, for how big these guys are, they've shown some great grappling skills. Supercell falls right into top mount.
If Supercell opens up, I think Doomsday might be too tired.
He's posted up. He's looking to finish.
2 minutes remaining in round number 4. What a main event it has been.
I don't want to be the judges.
I don't either. Doomsday right over there in his corner receiving instructions. Looking for, I believe, an Ezekiel choke.
They can literally whisper in their man's ear at this point.
Doomsday is in a position where he, nope, okay, never mind. He could have potentially finished that choke. Marcelius, Supercell Edwards looking to posture up here. Got to get that leg through so he can get back into top mount.
1.5 minutes remaining in round number 4. Are we going to go to the 5th and deciding round with the card all even?
This fight is the craziest thing I've seen in person.
I was going to say, if this fight ends this way, it'll be 2-2.
Supercell looking for arm triangle.
If he can get that right leg over to the left side of Doomsday's body, he will be able to cinch that in.
Coming up on 1 minute. 1 minute in round 4.
You can hear how much the crowd is into this.
Final fight of the night, what has been an incredible card of MMA action. Coming up on the final 30 seconds of round number 4.
Supercell postured up, raining down some punches. Doomsday pulls him back into his guard. Supercell timing his shots. Doomsday gets
slides off the back.
And now Doomsday ends up in top mount, or top control.
20 seconds remaining here in the 4th round.
Doomsday's got to look to posture up here and land some good shots to potentially win this round. Even though Supercell's on his back, I still think he's got done plenty to get this round.
Gentlemen, we're going to go to a 5th and deciding round.
This fight's 2-2.
There you go. 4th round is over.
2-2. These guys are killers, and they're going. I would have thought I seen a finish.
Yeah.
Way long ago.
We would have signed off by now.
Marcellus Supercell Edwards looked like he could barely pull himself off the canvas. Quynten Doomsday Watson the same. These are 2 fighters that have left it all on the mat, literally. Okay, what do we expect in this 5th and deciding round?
Can't really take a stab at it. We might see a flying armbar.
Yeah.
These guys are going to war. They're putting it all out there. These guys are both winners to me tonight.
I don't think either of these guys has enough energy to even jump up to attempt a flying armbar.
If this goes to a decision, you have to see that rematch for the title.
Yeah. I'm sure Andrew Cruz is lying in wait too.
Wow. This is it. The 5th round, the final round of the night.
Yep, we believe this fight is 2-2. This fight comes down to this last round.
Referee Josh Stewart congratulating both fighters on what has been an epic battle. The door is closed on the cage, and we are fighting to the 5th and final round of this championship bout.
You couldn't have asked for a better card tonight. Huge overhand right. Supercell eats it and says, "Thank you, may I have another?" Returns one of his own. Doomsday coming out looking like the fight just started. Throws a punch at Supercell's ankle. doing whatever he can to potentially win this fight.
Superstar stayed standing through that overhand right.
Yes.
He ate it.
He's got a clean double here. Might go for a ride. Yep.
He's going for a ride.
Oh! Carries him across the cage.
Oh my God.
Supercell is going for the win here.
Yep. Doomsday feeding off the crowd, takes Supercell's back, raining down punches, looking to finish this fight.
2 minutes remaining in our main event.
I think Supercell's going to try to roll. Nope. Going to try to stand up here.
Josh Stewart watching closely. Supercell still doing enough.
Just when you think that Doomsday Watson has the edge, Supercell Edwards finds another gear.
Supercell looking for a guillotine, but too sweaty, he loses it. Doomsday ends up on top again, inside control.
This is the craziest fight I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
What would you have bet that this went the distance?
Nothing. I would have bet nothing. That's a bad bet to take. Doomsday, if Doomsday win, reminder, he can't win the title. So this is a rematch you could see.
Right.
Coming up on 1 minute remaining.
Because you say Cruz is waiting in the wings, but Cruz is a heavyweight. This is supposed to be for the 205.
That's right. 1 minute remaining in this final round of our main event.
These men are exhausted. They've given us 5 rounds of everything they have. Doomsday looking to see what he has left in the tank. He's using the energy of the crowd to potentially find something to finish this fight.
The crowd trying to urge on both fighters as the clock winds down to 30 seconds.
Doomsday posturing up. Supercell not giving up at all though. Still fighting, not letting Doomsday have that top control.
Clock winding down, final 10 seconds coming up in our main event. This one's going to go to the cards.
Doomsday with a flurry to potentially end the fight.
It's over. It went the distance.
It's going to go to a decision, ladies and gentlemen.
This fight will go to the cards. Oh, man. Cody, I would hate to be a judge.
That's wild. I say Doomsday 3 rounds to 2. I think it's going to be a split decision. These guys should run it back.
Oh, my. Oh, my. I'm not sure it gets better than that, and I think referee Josh Stewart would agree. The crowd chanting. Quynten Doomsday Watson and Marcellus Superstar Edwards have put on an epic, epic fight.
So look at the body language of these guys. You got Doomsday still walking around. You got Supercell looking defeated.
This is the toughest part of this sport, is being a judge and deciding a fight like this, Cody.
I wouldn't want to be that guy.
No.
It just doesn't seem like a fun job right now.
Well, both camps, you know, think they have won the fight. Both fighters are exhausted.
I was grateful enough to never have went the decision.
You got to be a little surprised with the fitness of 2 big guys like this going 5 rounds.
The cardio of these guys being that big, going that long, and not slowing down is wild.
Okay. Ice. Here's the announcement from Brady L. Davis. Who won this fight? The crowd saying Doomsday. Got a little jawing going on in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, after many been going 5 rounds, we go to the judges' score for a scored official decision. All 3 judges scored this bout exactly the same, 48 to 47. For your winner by unanimous decision, in North Griggs Entertainment Stomping Grounds main event winner, Quynten!
scored. Quynten Doomsday Watson unable to claim the belt. But Cody, he claims the win.
I say you run that back.
Tyler's got him. So Quynten Doomsday Watson, Cody, he wins the fight. He cannot claim the title.